Once, there was a glorious kingdom established.
Wanna come over for tea?
Yeah, they're blocking me from doing the new summertime event before I catch up on the main story.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera at Eclairs. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy.
I guess if they're our kid, then
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine.
Vache.
What's wrong?
Clorinda.
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flow.
Lynette!
Lenny asked me to wait here for you.
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here.
Hey, you're not trying to scare...
I see. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that...
It's because of his sensitivity to the height.
When do you cry?
Wait, what? What does that?
Just answer me.
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and...
Then you should understand that tears contain your most... Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water... So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from some...
So, what did the voice say? Huh. If you were hearing that...
Rather than worrying about them, don't let that calm look of his fool you.
Oh, right.
Because how much do I actually have to catch up on? Chapter 4, Act 5. Is that I'm currently on? Oh, come on. I have to do the entirety of Fontaine. Can I not bypass this? Yeah, how do I bypass this? I have to catch up on all 5 acts. I want Navia. I got Pulse Rate. Five-star right off the bat? Navia, please.
Nice to meet you. I am Navia, the...
Wow, I was not expecting that. Kiara, I don't think I had you yet. Wow, there's Navia right there. Just get off defense. Navia, Navia, Navia. I don't know what the best in slot is. This one. I don't know, what's a Navia team? I don't know any good Navia teams, or like who she pairs with. Probably Zhongli, but then I don't know who else. I have none of these. You're not gonna tell me. I mean, she probably scales off defense. Which isn't there? Change this team real quick. Navia team would probably be like Navia, Zhongli, and I don't know who else. Or maybe Albedo or something.
A walk would be nice.
Feeling lucky?
I'm not just such a guide or something, and I have none ever recommended artifacts either. Here's this one right
Traveler
now.
and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell,
Navia
judging by
guide.
how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance
Yo,
for us to
normal
take
birth.
you to the best seats in the house. Wait just...
Maybe she doesn't scare off defense.
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front
Lots of
row
energy
seats.
recharge.
Thanks, Lenny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny, could you come over here and
Skip
take a
her
look at this?
constellations.
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cowl, my...
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lenny.
ERGO crit rate, crit damage. Oh, that's Farina's throne or whatever all the way up there.
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Verdict. Oh, Sky Prize, she doesn't need ER, so I can use that.
Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the you little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good... wait, that's not it, Paimon's. Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude. Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say?
Oh, so you're not friend. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Vaudean.
Navia,
It is an
Zhongli,
honor to meet you two.
Fishroll
I have
Bennett.
heard, and as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my
I was
show.
Nuvalet, but
Ah, Mr. Linny. I should say it...
Wait, Nervillet?
Nearvalet.
Maybe.
Nuvalet. Nearvalet.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice.
Whoa, sorry for being...
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their... And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon.
Very good. That is for the best. No.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations and...
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before! Ooh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's...
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing... So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for...
Oh, good point.
Now, without further ado, I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage moment... Oh, and before I forget, you never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
There's Clorinda.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
I don't actually know what much of the story is about. I know that it was like some murder or something, and you're going for it.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he... Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear?
If we could see easily through his tricks, to appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that...
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. But our magical journey has only... The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the... In which case, I have So, for my next trick, I will... Please, if my assistants... There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One is here, and I'm sure many of our clever audience members, our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. Now please, everyone pay very close...
Wow! Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual...
The lucky audience member will be generated by... It selects numbers entirely at random. Now then, let's be... Let me see... Oh, Rose, please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside... I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange... If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you...
Oh.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch-black box, so I'll... Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 and just...
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 60, 50... That's right, perfect. Keep it going.
54, 53? Why aren't you counting, Nervous?
I am counting in my head. Merely a consequence of my identity and
Oh! Alright. You look so serious that Paimon... 40, 39...
Mr. Linney, are you all...
Yes, I'm fine. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong place.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't... 25!
What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration.
Never mind the decorations.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my...
19!
It seems things aren't quite good. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be 10 seconds and change is...
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping 2 people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? Nope, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5!
Whoops! That doesn't count! Ta-da!
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Is that where, like, the murder happened?
Mr. Lenny, you're going...
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show.
Dead.
Girl was...
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident...
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the...
Guards? That's not just...
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the... Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank. As of now, we are still not sure what... And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl... It appears that this incident was not merely some and there are many indications that it is
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know that... I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lenny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances.
Huh? Why me? This...
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians make...
That can't be right. He was in the box on the stage the entire time. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearance.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina.
Huh? I just think that he... Well,
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of...
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent. That's right. I mean you, traveler. You'll support... But with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in... So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser.
Opera
Was it a draw?
I understand. Charges have now... Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her... Are you willing to act as Mr. Lenny? Very well. Lenny and his troop are all... The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of...
Let's see.
Lenny!
Sorry about everything that happened just...
Of course! Who would have...
Yeah, I'm a little shaken. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Good to hear. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an act. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off and just...
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Where
Paimon
did
bought them
that
when we
come
were
from?
reading at the bookshop. Don't worry. Paimon used her own savings.
I think they look cute on you.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially good thing you agreed to be our attorney.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just like... Oh, since we're going to start investigating...
Oh, well... I'm afraid
The secrets behind our magic are past saving.
I suppose you're right. 'Tis truly but if revealing our secrets will help, we should go somewhere else if...
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still... Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned.
Huh?
Come with me and you'll see.
Member of the guards.
The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, the assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smacked. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burnt. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it... If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good?
Well, you can't say we're...
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your... I know there's no such thing as magic. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable... Sorry, I tend to be... Anyway, you may investigate the scene.
Oh, we get our own case record. Clues. Oh, it's like the whole thing. The whole shebang. Anyway, I looked up online and like an Albedo target team would be like this. What? What do you mean, who? Fishbone Bennett, why can't I do this? What character? Oh, cause like... Is it cause I'm stuck? If I can stuck as Traveler... That's probably why I can't change
The investigation
names.
team has some new findings.
See? I told you. What if the machine...
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to... In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from...
That much checks out.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case?
Yeah, I played Ace Attorney before. Most of the ones except like on the DS ones I played it.
Hello there.
Oh, the seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to... Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. Her name is Halsey. She's a Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work. The Magic Troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems, simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troupe at all.
Were the victims of...
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women.
Okay.
No need to be so formal.
What if it's actually
utmost
Cal,
importance that
the
we get to
person that
bottom of these.
died? Actually, no, because his body was found by the girl. Cowboy's body was fine, not the girls. So never mind.
So this is the rope that broke... The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope... Wait! Buy my...
Flammable materials. Owl died, body found. We already talked to you. Who's left? I don't see anything left.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but...
Oh, it's
Who are
Nathia.
you?
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Then what?
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the name?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my...
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that.
No need. You don't have to call me boss.
Okay. If you say so.
I don't even know if I got it early or not.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled... Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any... But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was...
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute! Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't... In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like a...
Well?
And why would that be?
I did see a spoiler about who it was a long time ago, but I don't remember.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectation, that if that can be done, Bob.
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which I'll...
Wait! Since when did we become assistant?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant.
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks. Thanks!
Here we go. Wait, that wasn't one of the clues.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads...
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my...
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but it's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. so no one... I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, and when the pyrotechnics went off, she...
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard...
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly... Oh, that's true.
That does remind...
Strange sound. What even was my pick? No, that's not it. History. Did I get it early? Not really. There's 60, 70. Oh, I guess I got it a little early. Now just this.
Sorry, but no one can... No, we're not leaving. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone cut. So the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not...
I doubt there was much opportunity then either. How can you be so sure?
Well, because I was in charge of security, I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which... But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. We Melazines are good at that.
So, it's safe to say the... Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful. We've checked everything of note here at the performance fest.
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
I won't hold you back. Much.
Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just...
Oh, you can access your notes
right.
during...
Who's this?
You can't access your notes during this.
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia, and these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're...
The back? You mean the...
Very good indeed. I thought you might... The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly.
Below stage.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box?
I knew you'd figure out most of the 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the... See this flatbed? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate. And
I see. So that's the purpose of...
Precisely.
The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved.
So that's how you did—
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time—
Right! You were talking that whole time—
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already—
And what about Lynette?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh,
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way—
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how—
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a— Could we have a look around?
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone. We're—
More info.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different—
Whatever it is.
Good traveler again. So let me examine ladder. How this is automatically operated. Broken vase.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which... Wow.
Oh! Hi, my nose! It's one of those tricks! And here's a broken vase!
That can't be.
Oh, that's probably the thud that we heard. We actually thought it was shattering rather than a thud. The dress.
These are the clothes that her clothes are here. But she's no—
Right! And do you really need to do that? Ugh, this is so
Changed. That should be it. What's at the... I guess that's not it. Well, probably down here. Like the trolley itself. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Vents.
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have...
Alone, perhaps. But if they...
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon... Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
No, don't examine ladder. Go to surface. Turn to surface. Here we go. I mean, I don't want to rush
We've
through the
ascertained the
story,
state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to
but I
sort out our
can't
findings
do
once
the
Maluz
summer event
returns.
until I catch up.
Seems to me
Or let's get to
that
Act
there are
5.
several things that...
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, What did the guards say? Did the criminal escape?
They believe the odds of that are very low. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the base.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then.
The plot? No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless...
Charges and then trial.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, that's right. This is the statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
Fontaine.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever
15
happened
hours.
anyway.
Wow. 3 and 4 take like
Both
5
sides have
hours
finished
apiece.
speaking. The Chief Justice will make his final decision. This too, then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials.
All acts.
The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is
Over 15 hours.
Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment.
Oh, here's
which
like
is
a
why
chart.
people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to
Oh, they only
leave
have
this
Act 1 and
place
2.
before the trial.
Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. I mean, what better way to
Breaking out suddenly. Just kidding! Just kidding! Paimon will still do her best.
What do you mean, no snack?
Huh?
Understood, mademoiselle. Everyone, please come with...
15 whole hours until I can do the event.
Wait, you're carrying a...
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the...
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the...
Good work, you two. Then
These three are quite the...
Macarons with almonds? Aren't they usually coconut?
That it smelled good while it was... From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around...
Or is it not necessarily made of coconut?
You ended up doing the entire thing by yourself!
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting...
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea. Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to... Anyway, give these a try. Fresh...
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head.
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is no need for concern.
The macarons are apparently really hard to make.
All right, then.
Like if you
Down to
overmix,
business.
they'll crack.
Mentioned
Undermix,
previously, the tunnel seems to
they'll
be
like
something of
deflate into
a
form.
secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone...
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her... Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too...
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real...
True. But the only people left to consider are both...
Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to... Nor does she have any motive.
Were we not... From the sound of things, this has turned... Your macarons are amazing, though, Nadia.
Macarons.
They smell great!
They are my special...
What? 5?
Please don't worry about it. At my...
No! Being greedy... Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into...
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us, Malus, set up the stove again.
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons of...
Exactly.
As you wish.
And I have the egg sugar and...
Well...
More cooking.
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. It would be awkward.
All right, thanks for your...
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find it.
Let me build up Navia. Wonders of the world. Oh yeah, because we got Navia. My monthlies. Yeah, I want you to pick the epitized path or whatever. I've never listened to that weapon banner. Well, actually, I think I have, but not that much. Yeah, I know. Oh, you have to go, Catherine. Wait, oh. Leaving the area made... Oh my god.
Notes. They should help you review the situation.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for... Ad Astra...
Like, let me see if I can skip this. I don't think I can. I know that on mobile you can freaking, like, skip quests to do some events. I mean, I do have 38 days. But still.
Nice to meet you.
Scale ultimate. I don't really get these things. Spring in the first dewdrop. I guess I could just look at Morte region.
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an
Morte, this is Morte. Go to the frickin' interactive map. Genshin interactive map. Oh, Mario loaded in. What are they called? No, just to show me what they're called. Dewdrops. Let me get rid of this, all this crap on here. Dewdrop. Minerals, local specialties. Here we go. This one right there. Oh, there is not a lot of these. You probably need Hydro to get them too. Apparently they're just all around here. Wait. This thing. They're all around this thing. Underwater. Oh, these things over here. I'm gonna have to pillage people's worlds, probably. I'm definitely not set up for combat. Are these some? I mean, I only need 5, right? I'm gonna level up a little bit. I'll just level up once. Extend. Oh, I only need 3. There we go, extend. That should be enough for now. Swap this out for this. I don't really have anything. Like any recommended sets either. Like, I only have 1 of those. Geo damage bonus. I might have 1 of those. I mean, albedo. Borrow that. Actually, because you don't care off defense, right? Attack percentage. We'll go for that. That. Yeah, he doesn't need that. This is probably crit rate, right? Yeah. I don't have that many crit rate pieces. Probably like steel shot. Yeah, that's a big defense chunk though. Purchase this one. I'm not stealing your Hu Taos or anything. Steal yours. Skill. Oh, I need level 2 to even level up at all. Obviously, I'm going to need way more of those. The ice one's sweet. Level 30 is good enough for now, I guess. Might as well go to, like, Wish. Oh yeah, let's get Tiara. What time do you want? 8 o'clock. There we go. Oh yeah, it's before 12, so should count as next day. There you go. Do seaweed, but I'm not gonna deal with it now. No down. Oh, because X is that. Square is down, not X. Just snag a few more of these. Because I wasn't expecting getting Navi, I just did a random 10 pull with the new Valette patch, the new Valette patch compensation. Or like where they patched him, well, nerfed him, and then unnerfed him. When they like freaking gave the free 10 pulls. Gather these last couple ones. mean, I can always rob from other people. And that's good enough. Unlike Genshin, you can't. I mean, unlike Star Rail, you can't freaking just go to the thing. Not that. This is the ice suite, right? Obviously, I'm not running with this team. Probably just gonna go Hutao. Or Rodden. I'll go Rodden, I guess. I know that I don't need another team, but I built on Navia, but like... I mean, did you guys both drop the same exact thing? I know there was 2 of them. I need... Where's this? Colupius. 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 This is the one that I need. Is this the fire one?
One with nature.
I'm going in! Strike!
Alright. Shine down!
Why do they never miss? Let's light it up! Yeah, everybody stand back!
Into the wind! Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Flash, glory to the Shogun!
Torn to oblivion!
Quiver!
Whoopsie.
Going in!
There is no escape!
Whoopsie.
Let's light it up! Adventure time! Teamwork is strength!
Wind Strider! As one with wind and cloud!
Detached.
Died instantly.
Wind Strider!
To the bitter end. No turn. Yeah.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! This is...
Oh my god.
Benny's adventure team.
That didn't hit at all.
Fail.
Whatever, I'll go to an actual team. Frick it. I don't know, I'm still getting used to frickin'... is my first time actually playing on PlayStation. Let's just do it properly. Let's do it properly and then kill the boss. Sad performance from me. R2 is skill, R2 is skill. There's no quick burst thing. At least I don't think there is. You can't freaking quickly use your burst. This time, just do the thing.
Stabilize! I will have order!
Rain cutter! Rain, help! Lines
Circle,
your fate.
circle.
Written in the stars! God's over!
Whoopsie, that's the wrong button.
This is order! Solidify!
Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword! Rain, help! Lines your fate. Time to act.
Continue with the story. I know I got her, so I want to at least like be a player and stuff. Not even get like a really good build or anything. Just like be able to like go over the overworld and stuff with her. Get down on HP real quick, 30%.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and besides, I doubt for—
Thanks, Navia.
Best of luck to you.
Oh, it's already going underway?
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation
Hey, how's it going?
To be honest, you might be
No. We're already very grateful that you were—
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
The American one.
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Yeah, I'm just catching up on the story quest so I can do the summer event.
Of the incident.
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage.
But apparently
All
it takes a very long time, like 15 hours. Because I'm only on Act 1.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could—
Yes, that's correct, Your—
In that case, I call upon the prosecution
Lady Farina.
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Lenny is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count
The loud
reached
thud
30
of the vase
seconds or
shattering.
so, there was a thud. One so...
Huh?
Hey, hang on.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Tipping in their favor.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. The Outlander
Basically like Ace Attorney.
My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. Oh, good thing I made all those preparations.
Hey, Lenny!
Order! Order! Mr. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette, are these claims true? Please answer my question.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true. You're...
Boom heavily in their favor now.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentence.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary?
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
No, apparently it's not even pronounced Nouvelette. No, it's like Nervalette.
So
even though there's
you
no
would
R or
stick to
anything.
Mr. Lenny's defense even after knowing what you do now? In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you. But the truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything
Is
would see us spending more
there's Naya
effort
the
than we
region that's
need
coming
to.
next? Actually, it's the Pyro Archon, right? They're coming next.
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me.
Sorry. Please.
Well, you both say that, but... Right, let's hear you...
Of course. I'll answer any question. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a conscious. During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the...
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel.
Well, nothing. As soon as I
Maybe
reached
the
that room and was
Gnosis.
about to investigate, which should have been impossible, of course, that voice seemed to recognize me and tried to
Hydronosis.
speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I... On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground. But after that, the homicide...
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole... It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want...
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against... If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's act... Huh?
I'm a tip scales. Who's the person that says that in this? Oh, never mind, that's Robin from Fire Emblem.
Both parties have returned to their positions. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the...
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
The cross-examination begins.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation. He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the Finally, he used the vase to knock her out before making her change clothes. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before... Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his... And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have any objection?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events.
Scales are very against me.
According to Linny, he left via the vent.
That's all the info I have. Where does it say that it changed them? What do you mean?
Linny went to the room that contains the aura tree.
Yeah, that doesn't prove he didn't do it, though. Wait, I thought everyone was supposed to have a piece of evidence.
Linny did not take part in the underground altar.
Oh, there were only 3.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into... But he immediately used a vent to access the... Once he reached that area, he heard a voice. In the crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again. And in order to complete the magic, finally, he reached the surface. And...
I guess it's not so much about, like...
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing.
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowl, assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap...
Oh.
That's right, you tell him! Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box... You're saying that he wasn't?
None of that. No. Nope.
That's right! Linny wasn't. This means that when the crime happened, Linny, the same clue you used to disprove his alibi, has now...
Well, to think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
A third party.
The deceased's name is Cowl, Linny's assistant. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary odd. Could there have been a third person?
Wait, how do I select the key information?
The deceased's name is Cowl.
Oh, you have to view information on it first, and then press submit.
Huh? That can't be right.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowl did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator...
Linnaeus haven't been any better.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into. The sound we heard may have come from a cloud. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrance. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. It would have been tough for both people to. The sound we heard may have come. It would have been tough for both people to fit into. The deceased's name is. The sound we heard may have come from. No one entered or left the. It would have been tough for both.
It can't have been there.
The sound we heard may have come from. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
That's probably wrong. Yeah, those two are wrong.
The sound we heard may have come from a. No one entered or left. The sound we heard may have come. The sound we heard may have come. No one entered or left the op. It would have been tough for both people. No one entered or left the opera house through its end.
Wait, but how this? Yeah, exactly. No information.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still up?
I see how.
Look, since we're at a dead end, just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a
Excuse my interrupt.
Back in their favor.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a. The deceased's name is Cowell. Linny. The vase was not broken.
Paimon gets it! Lynette escaped from the water. If there's a similar...
How could a person ever be transformed into water? Must we read magic tricks are
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of... Since Cal was the deceased, but given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it...
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end...
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, guards, please step into the lounge and examine the...
Guard.
We are still examining the items, but we discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell. The notebook in his backpack claims that the primordial... The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells elite... The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these... One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. As such, we believe that the defense is...
You've got to be kidding! Could something so ridiculous...
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stain? Wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your pop?
Let's go. Just
Order! It is undeniable that further... Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic. Guards, please Mr. Linney, it appears you're...
Of course. If we uphold this hypothesis,
Right! Like the metal hook! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods
Water
must have
technology,
something to do with that water...
The
Prime
rope
suspect.
that held the water tank up. The deceased's name is...
Cowell, prime suspect.
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for an... The water from the primordial... Lynette was in the magic box on... I remember there was something else within the inner layer of... The rope that held the water tank up was lit...
No, the rope is wrong.
Lynette was in the magic box on... I remember there was some...
It's in the original plan. Cowell would tamper with... When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the But he encountered something unexpected in the...
Huh. But that actually links together.
Back in neutral favor.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even
Now, it seems like the only point of his notes mentioned he had an accomplice.
On that note, the guards have just... I shall now invite him on stage.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just in... And we found an identical
What?
That can't be.
Does this, my dear citizens?
Another cross-examination.
Lenny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the... Having made modifications to the props beforehand, but upon his return, in cruel avarice, ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and now, as much as I regret having come to such a vicious... Am I right?
We've used up all the evidence we could... Is this the end of the...
Back heavily in their favor.
Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move.
I think we've all seen enough. I believe this is indeed the
That's
finale.
That's it.
Now then, my good... excuse me,
Miss, I must ask you not...
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting you. I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young...
No offense, miss, but mere...
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is... But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And
Still
wouldn't
alive.
such a trick be the most... Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it a but. As the magic makers and stars of the show.
I understand.
Make the lady reappear.
And voila.
Back alive.
Wait,
isn't that Halsey?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testify, I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceed. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed.
That'll teach you.
Where should I begin? Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. I heard that Lenny's show was gonna be a real thriller. That's how I make a living. I steal, but I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. Lenny even mentioned that you were...
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of... He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. I wasn't going to take that lying down. There was nowhere to run from there, though. So I had to change my clothes, and I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, I didn't know that the... Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the mat...
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell... The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but...
What did Hazley do?
Lillian.
Change clothes.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight.
Having been selected out of her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water. Hearing the commotion, Cowl leapt. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea. The two broke the flower vase with no way of escaping.
I mentioned they don't want to fix me from Fontaine. We're gonna go back to neutral. Yep.
That she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons.
At this point, all the events that happened in the
so bravo!
Heavily in my favor. Slightly in my favor now.
Lady Farina. Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may...
What? No. I have no further arguments.
Wow. Look at that!
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowl, selected his... With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that to cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowl thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, realizing that there was trouble, Cowl entered the tunnel and met Lillian, thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes. As for Linny, he was in the underground. From this reconstruction of events, while there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct, this case, at least, can be handed over to the oratories.
And then that thing makes the final say of who won the case. Envelope comes back.
As such,
Great work.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an... How did you find the water?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in... I'm sure you know what you must...
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way
Pawn
ticket.
Town.
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, therefore you would be wise to tell...
Yes, I'll tell you everything.
And
Our
did
boss
the conceal information.
discovered that the water can also be made into a potion, which when we've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it.
Died. Silence.
And now he can no longer...
Such ruthlessness.
An outrage. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Guards. Plot thickens.
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now, but still. Let me thank you again for defending me to the end. I guess. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives, or as for why I'm a Fatus, It's because that was how Father, who you might know as the Knave...
The Knave? The one who controls the...
That's right. And since we're here, back when our parents first died, to survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowd. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our neck. Before long, an aristocrat came to me.
So you went from orphans?
That was how we felt at first, too. But I gradually discovered that while we were he would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner.
That doesn't seem too bad either.
After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered I waited a long time after we returned home, but the answer he gave me was... She caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her...
Oh no. But what if I...
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption, or... I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person, and hurried through the night. All I saw was the moonlit ground covered in...
So, she...
That's right.
Lynette murdered,
She had
killed.
rescued my sister before she could
Or by
come to
someone
any
else
harm, and had even discovered several girls hit... Father, I mean, the Knave. The House of the Hearth welcomes you. For your interests, I was hesitant to trust her, but she was also quick to destroy the...
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has gained permission from the Sarita to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy.
So, she...
That's right. The whole House of the... Today's case has also proven everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the Knave...
Which one is the Knave, anyway?
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So... From small deeds like distributing magic pockets
Oh,
to
Arlecchino.
huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
Arlecchino's the Knave.
It's alright. I just hope you can... If you should need anything at all in the future.
Yeah, I didn't get Arlecchino.
Bye, Linny.
There it is. Is that the first act completed? Not yet.
Hey there.
Nadia.
What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, are you sure we... And given that there's new evidence from the trial...
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. Sorry.
Don't say that now.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire. Sorry about that. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal?
Huh? Do we really need to get that far?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
You don't have to twist my arms up.
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return?
All right, then.
There's Act 1 complete. Only 4 more to go. No idea. No. Guide. I guess just use up my resin. Oh, this woman.
This isn't... Oh, good, son.
And yeah. Oh, because you're not enhanced yet. 20 of that. 24 masks. Can I even make 6 of these? Six blue masks. And 6. Whoa, what did I just filter out? Oh, I'm already at max, okay. Mask. Oh, I can easily make 24 of these. Ooh, 24 bonus ones. 3. I guess that's fine. Now 6 of you. There's 4 already. I need to get the rest by just killing. Right. Yeah, it is from Oceanid. Oceanid. Through these a couple times. I mean, yeah, the guaranteed attack. I'd rather get, like, the guaranteed attack buff. Because at the point I'm at right now with some show, I'd have to farm for quite a while to actually think better. Don't drown. I'll make that easy.
An assassin from our homeland.
I guess Utah isn't really the best for this because your
upon the waters of
heal doesn't last that long enough between their phases.
Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on
But,
many
I mean, I didn't need it for hydro.
In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Ah, of course it's birds.
Stabilize.
Higher, hands on fire.
I don't have any freaking range people.
Solidify.
So cringe.
Stabilize.
That's very annoying. Whoopsie. Let's go for this. Whoa, you're missing one. Change my entire freaking team because stupid hawks. Watch as I'm gonna right now, there's not gonna be a single hawk.
Fireworks are gonna get soaked. Let's find shelter quick. Oh, we're not going to make it.
An assassin from our homeland. or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Time for a light show.
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take
I already
any
increased my
shape.
sensitivity.
Fire hazard.
One who is ignorant of water's
Explosion.
treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Time for a light show. Midnight.
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist.
Yeah.